this video you will learn how to create a collage. And there are different ways to create a collage using Photoshop. This will just be one. And as you look at this process, you may think of a different way that you might create a collage. To begin, I'll open 4 images that I might want to include in my collage, and I'm just going to use the sample pictures here. If you click here in the white space and then drag across the images you want to open and select open, all 4 images will open at the same time. And since I want to use these 4 images, I want to make a smaller picture. So my first decision is to decide, well, how big will it be? And if I go to image size, I can see that one image is 1024 by 768. And if I want to put 4 of these in the same image and make them smaller, I have to decide, well, how much do I want to reduce them? And basically what I want to do is use the width and the height for my new file I'll create, and then divide this in half for each picture so that all 4 can fit into one big rectangle. So let's cancel here, and first I'll go to the desktop and create a folder because I want to save them all in the same folder. Right click on the desktop, new, folder, and now go back to Photoshop. So at this point I'll go ahead and create my new file like we learned earlier, and instead of 512 here I want 1024, and here I want 768. Alright, so there's my new file, and for each one of these I want to divide in half. So I go to Image, Resize, Image Size, and because I have constrained proportions, all I need to do is 512 here, and it automatically did the same thing to the height. Go to the next one, Image, Resize, 512, Image, Resize, Image Size, 512, image, resize, image size, 512 again. Now I've changed the size of each image. The next thing I'll do is save each one. So I'll go to File, Save As, and I'll put them in that new folder I made, Collage, and then just save this. Let's go to the next one and do the same thing. And you want to do this until all 4 images are saved. Alright, now I have my 4 images. The next thing I'll do is start to copy each one. So I can now go to Select, All, Edit, Copy, paste here, drag it to the corner, select. Now I can do Control C. You can start to use your keyboard shortcuts. Drag this here. And then we'd add the final one and put this here. So you notice that I didn't have to name the layers, it automatically created them, but it just says layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. So at this point you might want to name them so you can keep it managed, but since it's only 4 pictures, it may not matter. The next thing I'll do is cut something out of here. So let's use our elliptical tool, and I'll just make a little elliptical here, and then I'll go to each layer and press delete. So I start with layer 4, now layer 3, now layer 2, then layer 1. And so it cut this little circle out. Now you don't have to do this, but this is just one way to create the collage. Now what I could do is create a new layer and use it as my background. So if I'm here, I can grab the paint tool, and it's actually painted that layer. So if I put this up top, it might cover things, so I'll just leave it down here for my background. Now something else you could do is put a picture here or text here, and if you wanted text on that layer, you could click the text tool type what you need here, and then you can get the move tool. You can move the text where you want it, resize it, and then, or you can put a picture here, or you can put whatever you want here. But that's one way to create a collage, and then when you save it, it will appear like this. And that's how you, or that's one way that you can create a collage.